Dale Jr. just heard the news about Martin Truex Jr.'s retirement, and he's got a lot to say. From humble beginnings to becoming a NASCAR champion, Truex's journey has been truly inspiring. Dale Jr. reflects on their close relationship, starting from their days in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and how Truex's perseverance and hard work led him to success, especially his 2017 NASCAR Cup Series Championship. In today's episode, we'll explore how Truex managed to stay competitive over the years, his sportsmanship, and the broader implications of his retirement on NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt Jr. shared his thoughts on Martin Truex Jr.'s retirement, reflecting on their long-standing friendship and experiences. Dale recalls the early days when he first noticed Truex's potential during a practice session, leading to Truex joining Dale's team for a few races. Although the practice was interrupted by rain, the two spent significant time together, building a strong friendship.
The first time I believe I met Martin was at Richmond at a tire test, and Martin was there and he was driving his dad's car. And I'm watching a little practice and I see him go by a couple times, and Richie Gilmore came over to me and said, "I want you to pay attention to Truex." And so I watched him practice and I was like, "Richie, we ought to just throw him in my car, let him run a little bit." Unfortunately, I think it started raining, but he came over there. We talked during, since we had some time with the rain going on at the test, we ended up talking quite a bit. But we ended up becoming really good friends. When we were going to run him full time and he's going to have to move here, he moved into my house. He started doing well, making a little bit of money, able to afford rent. And I had, probably 20 rental properties scattered around town. And I had another one right on the other end of my property, and he goes and rents that house with another friend of ours. And we spent a ton of time drinking in the basement, going to bars in the middle of the week, hanging out on the back porches, running around on the farm, being an idiot. We went on a trip, guys trip somewhere tropical. We were on the beach hanging out. And he had started talking to Sherry. When we got home from that trip, he moved out. They ended up getting a place, or he went into her house, or I'm not quite sure what happened, but he left the compound.
Dale emphasized Truex's unique personality, noting his preference for minimal communication. Truex is not one to text or call often, but he's always welcoming in person. Despite his quiet nature, Truex is a reliable and good-hearted individual, deeply invested in outdoor activities like fishing and hunting.
Martin is not a texter. He's not going to call you up. He's not going to wish you happy birthday. He's not going to say Merry Christmas. Nothing. You might not hear from him for an entire year. But if you drove over to his house and knocked on the door, he'd be like, "Hey, man, hey, where you been? What's going on? How's it going, man?" Truex is way out there. No contact. He doesn't mean anything by it. It's just how he
communicates.
And he's going to be on a boat fishing or in a deer stand.
Dale predicts that Truex will find new projects and opportunities that align with his passions for the outdoors. He believes Truex will continue to represent brands like Bass Pro Shops effectively, giving his authentic lifestyle that resonates with the brand.
That guy right there is going to find new projects and new things to invest his time in that will encompass his love for the outdoors, his love for fishing and hunting. I see him putting more time to those things that actually generate some type of revenue for him. His connection with Bass Pro and Johnny, he's the perfect spokesman for that brand because he lives that life.
Dale also reflected on the broader context of racing careers, noting that drivers often face a decline in performance around the age of 43. He mentioned his own experience and observations of other drivers, pointing out that various factors, including physical limitations and reduced risk-taking, contribute to this decline. Despite this, Dale believes that Truex has had an impressive career and will find fulfillment in his post-racing endeavors. The conversation also touched on potential successors for Truex's seat, with Chase Briscoe being a strong candidate.
Chase Briscoe, I think, is a really good race car driver, and more often than not, since Harvick's peak, Chase has kind of been the car that runs the best and has the best position in points. So he's the more consistent, producer at Stewart-Haas Racing. Briscoe has a ton of financial support that he himself has created, right? The partnerships that he's bringing, the maybe multi-million-dollar deals that he's bringing along, he has nurtured them, right, to his benefit.
The racing community is abuzz with speculation about team changes and driver lineups. Teams like Spire Motorsports and Trackhouse Racing are mentioned as having full rosters, indicating limited opportunities for new drivers. The competitive nature of NASCAR means that talented drivers can make significant improvements regardless of the team they join, and Earnhardt Jr. emphasized that a committed and focused driver can elevate a team's performance. Truex Jr.'s retirement also shows the dynamic nature of NASCAR's driver market. The constant movement and shifting of drivers between teams create a lively environment where new talents can emerge and established drivers can find new challenges. The upcoming changes are expected to bring a fresh wave of excitement and competition to the sport. Reflecting on Truex Jr.'s career, Earnhardt Jr. appreciated the legacy left behind. Truex Jr. has been an influential figure in NASCAR, known for his sportsmanship and dedication. His career serves as both an inspiration to both current and aspiring drivers, demonstrating the impact one can have through perseverance and excellence on the track. Truex Jr.'s departure will undoubtedly be felt by fans and fellow drivers alike. The NASCAR community has long admired his contributions, and his absence will be notable. However, his decision also opens up new opportunities for emerging talent to step into the spotlight and continue the tradition of excellence in NASCAR. Earnhardt Jr. noted the significant impact Truex had on the sport and highlighted his journey from humble beginnings to becoming a NASCAR champion. He acknowledged that Truex's career, marked by perseverance and hard work, has been nothing short of inspiring. Dale Jr. emphasized the close relationship he shared with Truex, mentioning how their paths crossed numerous times throughout their careers. They both started in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, with Truex driving for Earnhardt Jr.'s team, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. This connection created a deep bond, and Dale Jr. often saw Truex as more than just a fellow competitor. Truex's success, particularly his 2017 NASCAR Cup Series Championship, was a testament to his skill and determination. Dale Jr. reflected on this achievement, recognizing it was a pivotal moment not just for Truex, but for his entire team and fans. He admired how Truex handled both victories and challenges with grace, noting his ability to remain grounded despite the pressures of top-tier racing. The consistency of Truex's performance over the years did not go unnoticed. Dale Jr. appreciated how Truex managed to stay competitive, adapting to various changes within the sport. This adaptability, coupled with his natural talent, made Truex a formidable opponent on the track. The news of Truex's retirement has prompted reflections on his career from various figures within the sport. Truex has earned the respect and admiration of his peers, and his departure will be felt throughout the racing community. Now, before you leave, make sure to comment down below on your opinion. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and also hit that subscribe button for more future content.